Let me save everyone a lot of time here. My name is Frida Claxton. The tree is on my property, and I could care less if the city wants to cut it down.
Yeah, look, 60 people live on that block, and all of them have signed this petition to save the tree.
Concrete's cleaner. They'll get used to it.
Mrs. Claxton, please. I also have pictures of the tree that I'd like you all to take a look at.
You want to look at pictures? I've got pictures. Of her roommate, the human Slinky.
Shut up, Claxton.
Were there any other faces recognizable on those pictures?
You shut up too, Ed.
Stop wasting the taxpayers' money. Yank out that tree and start pouring cement.
Mrs. Claxton, think about what you're doing. That beautiful old tree is 200 years old. How can you hate a living thing?
I hate you.
That's it. I have had all I'm going to take from you. Now, if you don't have the common decency to treat people like human beings, well, then I'm sure as hell not going to waste my time kissing your fanny. Now, if you don't like it, Mrs. Claxton, you just sit there and shut up while we have our say. And if you don't like it, just drop dead. Go on, Dorothy. What happened?
You know when you told her to drop dead?
Yes.
I think she did.
Remember years ago when Tricia went out of her way to have an interview with Peter? Peter was all over her, just like he slobbered all over Shane years ago, calling him the American Dream. Stuff off with your grandstanding, Peter. It's old news.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Well, looks like Peter is throwing a major fit and acting like he's the boss of the road and like he's all that and a bag of chips. God, the guy is a first-class moron. As always, I've grabbed these comments from Reddit Snark this week. What is wrong with this fool? So BC, someone was parked on the street. He marched up to the car and told the guy, roll your window down. Then told him to leave. He told him this is a private neighborhood. First of all, Peter, your neighborhood is not a private neighborhood. It's no more private than any other neighborhood. So the street is public. He had every right to be there. Every right. That happens at my house too. I keep an eye on the car from inside my house, but guess what? It's usually just an Uber driver waiting to receive their next order of destination, or it's someone who is picking someone up in the hood, but they're too early, so pulled off to chill for 5 minutes before pulling up to their house. It's always something innocent. You don't approach the car, Peter is going to beak off to the wrong person, and he's going to get his ass handed to him. Too bad the guy didn't film Peter and put it on social media. He's an effing moron. Isn't it amazing how a false sense of entitlement, the need for complete control, and the need to provoke random strangers can make a person act like an idiot? Peter's policing the neighborhood is starting to get more paranoid, escalated, and stupid. He will get into trouble if he behaves like that, or his behavior escalates. Based on his videos, he has always been a Karen. A Karen and obviously unstable. It's no wonder. No one wants to be around him. He will get into trouble. His audience enables him and fuels his lunacy and arrogance. They actually do him a great disservice by endorsing his reckless and impulsive behavior, but they're too enmeshed to understand that. He needs limits and boundaries. Instead, he's hell-bent on pushing everyone else's boundaries, including random strangers parked on public streets. He says Alex wants him out of the house. Out of sight, out of mind. In the most recent vlog, Peter says that Alex told him that he needs to get rest, or needs to get out of the house and decompress. Anyone else think that this is Alex's subtle way of trying to tell Peter that he's getting sick of him? Peter has shown time and time again that he doesn't pick up on very obvious social clues. If your husband is telling you to get out of the house, freaking listen to him. I don't feel as badly as I usually would. Peter told us repeatedly to leave and not announce our departure. I could name tens of videos where he threatened his viewers and told us where to go. He refuses to do any research for his videos. He told us he would spend endless time researching an individual who left a negative comment, but doesn't even watch the 5 or 6 people he covers. Look at Sloan or Spill Sesh. They keep abreast of latest pop and YouTube culture, are polite to their audience, and have dropped the pontificating, sanctimonious screaming to destroy other YouTubers for different choices in life. Peter makes zero effort to give his audience the respect of sticking to the genre of the channel he is making a video for. They were all reality TV when I stopped watching him. Plus, for years, in every single video, he told us how he may not be making further videos because he works so hard. The video was never the priority. It had to fit into TV watching, pool time, or whatever else he had planned. Therefore, he never could have needed the money. I think his views directly respond to how he treated his audience and lack of effort put into them. Peter believed his sycophants and not the silent majority watching his videos. When some of the silent majority tried to explain their discomfort with his new nastiness, they were told to get fucked and leave. So we left. Peter never made an effort to grow from the nasty, petty days of the early 2000s. Honestly, he should have been cancelled years ago. He's had too many comebacks. He offers nothing of value to the YouTube community. He treats his viewers and other content creators like total crap. He's scared his viewers and has put them on blast. He's a loud mouth and a bully full on. He would have been best to have logged off after that accident he caused. I can't wait for his days to be over on social media. The way he treated his audience by devaluing and discarding them is deplorable. The devaluing and discarding is also a common pattern with narcissists. I could not believe some of the comments he left people who gave him fair and balanced criticism. They probably didn't know they were dealing with a raging narcissist. He manipulated his followers by lying too. He also minimized his dangerous behavior and attempted to humiliate some people. Other people were scared of him. People were afraid to leave any sort of comments. His threats and bullying were off the charts. Disgusting behavior. I believe everything always comes out in the wash. Justice is due for those who were threatened, cursed at, and bullied by this nasty man. In fact, it's way past due. One way we can seek justice is by forming a community where people can share their opinions and thoughts about him. Although he reads here, and it's attention/challenge fuel for him, we also have a right to our own opinions. Free speech is something he can't control. Healing from narcissistic abuse is often a challenging process. If someone watched him for years and then suffered abuse from him in the form of threats, cursing, and raging, then that's scary. It is abuse. It's not safe to be in his orbit. Those he told to depart and get fucked are the lucky ones. His narcissistic BS was a blessing in disguise. To be one of his colonized followers is not healthy or normal. Better to be on the other side.
Fellow condo owners, I'm sorry my opponent has chosen to be vindictive about my family. But that is merely characteristic of her behavior during her entire term in office. How else would one explain this? This citation my father received last night is a perfect example of the pettiness of which this woman is capable.
We're all aware of your father's behavior last night.
Roger, 11L93, 11L93, make 11L20. Great. 11L30.
Nice move. Always leaving the water running? Now we know each and every house that you've hit.
Hey, you know, we've been looking for you two guys for a long time.
Yeah.
I'll remember.
We're the Wet Bandits. Wet Bandits.
Shut up! Shut up!